If you are one of those people who uses social media as a platform to find a wife, a girlfriend, a side ting, or an anything, then this video is for you. Who better than a woman to tell you all the things you should and shouldn't do on your quest to find a girlfriend, a wifey, a side ting, or an anything? Who better than a woman? I've spoken to loads of women who have shared very similar experiences down in the DM, and I thought it would be a good idea to share the things that you fellas, or maybe even the ladies, should or shouldn't do when you are sending your interest a DM. Stay with me. So let us begin with the don'ts. Number 1, don't send a D-pic. And if you don't know what I mean when I say a D-pic, then boy. But I'm going to tell you, don't send pictures of your special places, your nether regions, your private parts. Don't do it. You cannot try to initiate any kind of interaction with a woman that you are apparently into by sending a picture of your private parts. All that does is give the impression that you are a creep. Are you a creep? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't women that enjoy seeing these visuals, but if she hasn't asked you for it, don't send it. But what I'm saying is, you do not send a picture right off the bat to a woman that you don't know, because the only impression this gives is that you are, again, a creep, or you are hoping that this will initiate a response where she sends you hers. It's not gonna work. All that's gonna do is get you blocked. Fellas, please, please, please don't do it. Number 2, private pages are a no. I'll tell you why. If you send a woman a DM, the first thing that she does is go on your page. If your page is private, then she is going to clock out right away. Private pages offer you a 0% chance of being successful. Maybe a 1% chance if you have something incredibly clever to say, then maybe, but she's still gonna want to see what you look like. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that women are shallow, but at the end of the day, you want to be attracted to a potential, and you also want to go on that person's page to see if they are a creep, if they are married, if they've got 10 children at home, if they are possibly an axe murderer or have the tendency to be, just anything that is a red flag. Women want to see what kind of person they might be interacting with. So if your page is private, then she does not get a sense of who you are. And if she can't get a sense of who you are, she doesn't want to talk to you. So private pages is just a big fat no. 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 Sorry. Number 3, sending messages like, hey, sup, hi, sending a message with your number and nothing else, sending messages that are just show that there is absolutely no effort, will get you nowhere. And I'll tell you why. Women probably get loads and loads and loads of messages daily, and I will tell you that 80%, probably even 90% of these messages are hey, hi, sup. There is absolutely no creativity in messages like that, and they become extremely boring. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally understand that some men do not want to spend time being creative just to get blanked, and some men do not want to start a conversation until, you don't want to start a conversation until you've gotten some kind of response. But I'll tell you one thing, if your messages are hi, sup, hey, the likelihood of you getting a response is nada, unless you are extremely good looking and she is that way inclined. Don't do it. Try to be more creative. Number 4, pay attention to details. If the information that you are asking her questions about is already in her bio or clear in her feed somewhere, don't then ask the same question in the DM. For instance, her location is right at the top of her bio and you send a message asking, "Where are you?" It shows that you have not even taken the time to read and pay attention to the content on her page. You have just looked at a picture, thought, "Wow, she's fit," and then you sent a message. So it shows a lack of interest in who she is. You are sending a generic message to ask a question, to initiate conversation, where you could have just already looked in her bio and seen where she's at and then create conversation based off of that. But to ask a question that already has the answers in front of you just shows a lack of interest. Remember that reading is fundamental. If the information is before you, then don't ask questions about it because it is off-putting. Number 5. Do not copy and paste. I've had personally a lot of messages from men where they have copied something that they've sent to someone I know or a bunch of women that I know, and they sent me the same message, and you're just kind of sending these messages out and hoping that one person will respond to your message. You are obviously not interested in the individual. You're just like, okay, well, she looks good. Oh, she looks good. Oh, she looks good. So I'm just going to send the same message to every single one of these women and hope that one of them responds. That comes across desperate. It comes across a bit sad. It's a bit worrying, and it also shows that you have absolutely no interest in making an effort. You have no interest in making her feel special, and if she feels like she's just the same as everybody else, then you might as well just go and be with everybody else. Number 6. This is my final don't. Not saying that there probably aren't loads more, but these are the ones that were in my spirit. So this is the last one that I'm going to speak on. Do not send women messages offering them money or material things in exchange for services rendered. Don't send messages asking them to give you sexual favors in exchange for moolah, for bags, for shopping sprees, for holidays, whatever. That is completely disrespectful. It means that all you see this woman as is a vessel for your pleasure. It is completely out of order. Don't do it. Do not assume that every single woman that you meet is all about the money, the bling, the stuff that she can get. Yes, there are women that are into these things, but not every woman is. So pay attention to the type of person you're sending these kinds of messages to. Don't just assume that because she's female, she must want money and stuff. Please. It's really disrespectful, and for me it's one of the ones that I hate the most. Don't do it. Stop disrespecting these women because you just think that women are just vessels for your pleasure. So you give them, look, there's services that offer those kind of services. To imply that every woman is that way inclined is totally and completely disrespectful. So please don't do it. Use your money and help someone in need. Stop trying to buy women with your stuff, please. And now we're quickly going to go through the do's, and hopefully these will help you find a wife, a girlfriend, a sighting, or in anything. So let's go. Number 1, be honest. Keep it simple. Don't try to win her over with lines. I'll give you an example of something that might work. Hi, you're beautiful, or I've been browsing your page, think you're very attractive. I would like to get to know you. If you are interested in getting to know me, then please hit me up. Simple. It's simple. It's straight to the point. You're not wasting her time. You've made it very clear from the start that you like what you see. You would like to get to know her. Now, if you get a response, then yeah, she's interested. And if you don't, then she's not. Keep it moving. But that is more likely to get you a response because it's polite. It's simple. It's not fake. It's not forced. It's just you, being honest. Honesty works, just as long as you are not too honest by telling her what you want to do to her with your nether regions. That's not the kind of honesty I'm talking about. Just keep it simple, straightforward, and to the point. Okay? Number 2. Pay attention to her interests. You're browsing through her page. Take in the information. Read. See what she's about. Find things that you have in common and use that to open up the conversation. Now, I'm not saying fake it. I'm not saying go on her page and see what she has an interest in and then pretend that you're into it. No, if you don't have the same interest, then this is not for you. But find things that you can talk about. Even if you don't have the same interest, find things that you can talk about based off of her interest, because then that shows her that you're paying attention to what she's into. But don't pretend. I've had a lot of people, for instance, that send me messages about gaming because I'm a passionate gamer. I love games, but most of the time I can tell straight away that you're not really into games, but you are pretending like you're into games to try to get my attention. It's not gonna work. I would prefer if you were just honest about, okay, I would like to get to know about games, can you tell me a bit more? Or why are you into games? What is it? Something, but don't pretend to be into something that you're not. Pay attention to her interests and find a way to open up the conversation based on that. That, again, is another way to get her to respond. You're welcome. Number 3. Take your time. Take your time with thinking about what it is that you are going to say when you send a message. Think about the way that what you are saying might come across. Think about the way that it will be perceived or received by the person that you are sending it to. Think before you type. Think. I beg you, think. It's really, really, really important that you consider the information that you are trying to pass on to someone else and think about how you would feel if someone sent you that kind of message, or how you would feel if someone sent that kind of message to your daughter, your mother, or just any female in your life that you care about. Think before you type. Number 4, and my final, be yourself. Don't pretend. Don't put up this facade of who you think she wants you to be. Just be yourself, because at the end of the day, if she cannot accept you for who you are, then she's not the person that you want anyway. Be yourself. Unless, of course, being yourself means that you're a creep, in which case you get help. But no, be yourself. Let her get to know who you are, not your representative, the person that you're sending on your behalf to, win her over, and then you eventually show her who you really are, and then she just doesn't care or like you, she doesn't care for you. Be yourself and let her accept you for who you are. Yeah, do that. Okie dokie. So I hope that this information has been helpful. I hope that with this information you go forth into the social media world and win yourself a wifey, a girlfriend, a side ting, or an anything. So guys, thank you so much for taking the time to sit through this video. I hope that it was helpful. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment, and most importantly, please come back. Thank you so much. Have a great week ahead. Much love.